What a WWE Monday Night Raw that was last night, guys. So today, this is going to be Matt's WWE Monday Night Raw review from last night's show. So here we go. We kick off WWE Monday Night Raw with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. They talked about Goldberg. Paul Heyman was talking about Goldberg and stuff, that Brock Lesnar will beat Goldberg at WrestleMania. He will go down, they were saying, about Goldberg and stuff. So now that was it for the beginning part, and now we have match number 1 of the night. It is Sasha Banks versus Dana Brooke. That match was pretty good. I really liked it. And on ringside, it was Charlotte Flair and the Raw Women's Champion Bayley. Sasha Banks won, and then right after the match, Charlotte Flair grabs the microphone, and then next she starts to say that this is discussing of Dana Brooke losing a lot and stuff like that, and she doesn't want to be with her anymore. So then next, what she does, she just attacks her, and the next Dana Brooks beats her up, and the next all they just do is fight back and forth, and then that's what they do. And then Charlotte Flair just leaves out of the ring, and then Dana Brooks says, come on, like that. And that was it. Now we have match number 2 of the night. It is the Cruiserweights. It is the Man with the Plan, the Brian Kendrick and Tony Nese versus Kyra Tozawa and TJ Perkins. That's right. And also, that match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And Tony Nese and the Brian Kendrick won. And here's how they won. Tony Nese won by doing the roll-up on TJ Perkins' tights. So that's what happened. And now we have match number 3 of the night before it started. It was Kevin Owens, who was in the ring with the spotlight. He was saying that he is going to beat Chris Jericho WrestleMania and stuff like that. And he was never Chris Jericho's friend and stuff like that. So then next he starts to say that I'd rather be friends with the Destroyer, Samoa Joe, he said. And stuff like that. So then next, we have our match number 3, and it is Chris Jericho, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. And that match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And Chris Jericho, Sami Zayn won by viewer disqualification because Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe wouldn't stop beating them up. So that's why. And that's what happened. And then Chris Jericho was clean out of the ring with Sami Zayn, of course. And then that's what happened, so that was pretty good. Now we have match number 4 of the night. SAWFT. Soft. And you can't teach that. How you doing? And it is Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Cesaro Sheamus. And remember, who wins this one is going to face Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson at WrestleMania for the Raw Tag Team belts. Well, during the match, it was no contest because Big Cass got thrown into the barricade by one of the club, by Luke Gallows. And then next, Sheamus got thrown into the turnbuckle Raw logo thing. And then next, Cesaro goes right after Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and the next, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson starts doing the Magic Killer to Cesaro into the ring, and that's what happened. And now we have match number 5 of the night. It is the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. That match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, and Roman Reigns won, and he speared, and that's what happened. And then right after the match, Roman Reigns, he was trying to call out the Undertaker to come out, but then guess what? You know who shows up? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And he comes into the ring. The next, Roman Reigns says this after replays, he said. And also Shawn Michaels says this, that he tries to warn Roman Reigns about The Undertaker. And then Roman Reigns says this to Shawn Michaels, that you got retired by The Undertaker and stuff like that. And then, of course, Roman Reigns just leaves. And then next, out comes Braun Strowman from behind. And then he just pushes him off the stage ramp. And then, of course, that's what happened. And Roman Reigns and the referees had to look behind and stuff by the ramp where the fans were. So that was pretty shocking, guys. And now we have match number 6 of the night. And it is the Cruiserweights again. Austin Aries, Raw ring debuted against Avari Daivari. That match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Austin Aries won, so that's pretty good. And now we have match number 7 of the night. And it is Big Show versus Titus ONeil. And of course, that match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Big Show won with a knockout punch and everything. So that was pretty good. And that was it. And now we have the, hey, we want some Bayley, the Raw main event. Bayley versus Nia Jax. And of course, during the match, Nia Jax kept beating up Bayley, and it was a fever disqualification. That's what happened. And so that was it. So now we have the last part of the night, guys. And it is the Commissioner Stephanie McMahon in the ring. She was talking about Mick Foley to come on out here and stuff like that. And then of course Mick Foley came out, and then he says that, and then Stephanie tells Mick Foley that, who are you gonna fire in your head and stuff like that? Who are you gonna fire and stuff? And then of course Mick Foley says, I thought about it in my head, and it is gonna be you. Of course, Stephanie McMahon, because all he just do as well was Triple H and stuff like that, he was saying. And then of course, out comes the gang, Triple H, bow down to the king. Out comes Triple H, then he starts trash talking to Mick Foley about everything and everything else. And then next, he starts talking about his kids and stuff, and then guess what? Then he says, leave my ring. Triple H was saying, leave my ring to Mick Foley and stuff like that. And then, of course, right after that, Mick Foley was right by the turnbuckle, and then he had Mr. Sacco in his hand, of course. And then, of course, he was doing Mr. Sacco move to Triple H and to his mount and stuff. And then Stephanie McMahon does a low blow to Mick Foley. And then, of course, right after that, Mick Foley leaves. And then Triple H just say now he's out of the ring and stuff. So then next out comes Seth freaking Rollins. He starts to come out with the crutch. And of course, he starts to come out, and then Triple H and Seth Rollins starts having a brawl and stuff like that. And then of course, Triple H goes right after the knee with the crutch, of course. And then of course, Triple H was injured his knee again a lot, and Seth Rollins was really in pain. He was putting like a tap and move hold in Seth Rollins' knee, and he couldn't move and stuff. He's doing the a lot in the ring, and then that's what happened. And then what a way to end Monday Night Raw with Seth Rollins laid out into the ring, Triple H standing up tall with the crutch in his hand. And that was it for Monday Night Raw, guys. So, guys, once again, hope you all enjoyed my WWE Monday Night Raw review from last night's show. And there was kind of a lot of Viva disqualification, guys, too, by the way. So, guys, once again, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys. See ya.